Hello, 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 and welcome to the ENG YNPL review show, where today we will Grangetown under-14s be the first Northeast team to lift the title. Who impressed the most in the last week's under-12s North, and who in the under-12s is the top teams? And we've got special guests Ava and Imogen from Grangetown. And Richard, what a weekend it was.
Listen, mate, before we get onto that market, when you've got that little bit that turns around and says YNPL, it's old marketing. That's from 2 years ago. Can we bring in some
new stuff?
That.
I knew you were going to say that. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. Why don't you send me the highlights reel? Oh, no, you didn't, did you?
And another thing, start the stream with my promotional video. I didn't pay a load of money for nothing.
What, that little bit too Bob thing that you did with oh mate, what are you talking about? My son could do better than that.
Yeah, good evening everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Youth Netball Premier League review show. Tonight, as Martin said, we're going to be talking about what happened at the weekend in the under-12s Northern Conference. We're going to be looking ahead to the under-14s Northern Conference, which for me is going to be an interesting season, because I generally do feel the North, there's going to be our first ever Northeast national champions. I've got a feeling it's brewing, but we'll talk to the girls who are involved in my kind of in my predictions in a bit. And then we've now conducted the under-12s North and South, so maybe you can join in with this, Martin. Who do you? I know it's quite blurry for the amount of games you live stream, but maybe give us an opinion on who you felt has been the best overall in the first round. So we'll have a little discussion about that. And if there's an under-12s watching this, you can, if with your parents' permission, you can join the room and you can debate us. So if you don't agree with what we're saying, happy days. We have a little debate, or parents get involved. Come in, share your thoughts on the league. Don't remind us that the floor was slippery yesterday. We know on Saturday, we know it is slippery because I fell over.
Yeah. I knew. I apologize, everybody. I'll get we've actually got that on film.
I stuck it online already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Right, I'll go back through that and have a look at that.
But before we start, I just want to explain a certain workshop program we have going on this upcoming half term. Since 2019, we've kind of wanted to give netballers across the country more opportunities to access competitive environments. Now, you can train for 1 trillion years, but you'll never develop quicker than you would being involved in high intense environments. So unless you're the Venus and Serena Williams, who I watched a film yesterday, it's called King Richard, and he refused to play him in any competitive netball tournament for 3 years. No, sorry, tennis tournament for 3 years, because he didn't like the parents at a youth level.
Oh.
He turned them, so they trained, and he turned them pro.
Wow.
Incredible story, but you have to be super talented to go down that road. Yeah. But for most people, in order to learn, you need to be thrown in. It's a bit like the scenario of throwing someone into deep water, then you learn how to swim quicker. I just feel away from club netball, or even at club level, there's not enough competition-minded coaches or environments for kids to kind of access competition. So this allows under-12s and under-13s performance-minded players the opportunity to access more competitive environments. Alongside it, they get performance training, but the whole idea is getting them prepared for competitive match play. Now, for the last few years, the basic fundamentals are train, prepare, play. Winners win trophies, and we give away like MVP awards to the best players. So not only is it a great way to be competitive, there's a sense of achievement there if you're the winning team or the individual player who gets the MVP award. But if we go back 18 months, we did we ran a competition called the Road to Birmingham, And it was the same thing. The kids turn up, they train, they compete. But this time, the winning teams of each location within England, so Birmingham, Manchester, and it was High Wycombe, the winning teams then progressed to what we call the All-Star Nationals, because they're a collective group of all-star players. Then the winning team at the All-Star Nationals then won a VIP trip to watch the netball at the Commonwealth Games, and it was a massive success. Unfortunately, last season we did our road to South Africa, probably went too big, and that was my fault. So this season, after being inspired by the themed Netball World Cup event we did in the summer, I obviously want to continue to provide performance environments for netballers. I want them to enjoy more competition. I want them to learn while being competitive. But this time around, the winners will progress to an all-star national final. In each individual country we do it. So it's called the Battle of Britain because we're running workshops in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. The winners of the workshops will go to a national final in their representative country, so Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, Wales. And the winners of those national tournaments will represent their country at our ENG Home Nations tournament. So this is an opportunity not only to, again, engage in high-level netball, to play against some of the best players in the country, to kind of play more competitive sport, but an opportunity to represent your country. So for me, the initiative is fantastic. It's mind-blowing because there's nothing else out there. But I'm just worried that we're not getting the message across. Now, if we are, and you don't want to come, then whatever. That's just the way it is. But hopefully, if anyone is confused about it, that clears it up. It's not a club event. It's an individual sign up, and then they turn up, train, play. If they win, they go to the next level. If they win at a national level, they then go to an international level. Don't worry, no flights, no flying anywhere. It'll be based in England, so unless you're in Northern Ireland. But yeah, a great initiative for anyone who wants to take their netball experience to that next level. So if you're free this half term and you're dying for an opportunity to basically access more high performance netball, get involved. Seriously, you would not be disappointed because there's nothing else like it. And it's intense, and it's just good fun. Good fun.
Rebecca says Manchester dates don't fit with our half term. There's something for you to think about. Maybe you have to run it over 2 weeks.
No, yeah, there's certain parts of the north west that have different half term dates, and I think a lot of counties now are doing that, but they do it because they say it helps parents get away because it makes it cheaper, but the travel companies still just know what's going on.
Yeah. They still charge. They get charged for 2 weeks of the.
Yeah, precisely.
They're like, brilliant.
They fluctuate the price.
Attention to it should be say Battle of UK. Battle of Britain is actually.
What it should say is the Battle of Britain and Northern Ireland.
It should say Battle of UK. England and Scotland is Great Britain, and the rest of the things UK, Wales, Northern Ireland. Just saying.
Are you sure about that,
mate? I know that.
I googled that before I did it.
Come on, people. Let's Google it. What is Great Britain? It is England and Scotland. The UK, the United Kingdom, is actually Northern Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland. And actually,
no, hold on. England, Scotland, and Wales make up Britain.
I'm about to say, if you were listening, ears please. But if you really want to go into it, Wales and England are combined as one, and then you've got Scotland. But nowhere does it really actually state Wales. Wales is just a given that it's England.
Oh, you're getting way too.
Mate, I read it all, man.
Yeah. Well, Google tells me Wales.
Wales is part of England, yes, says it. But we know the Welsh. Welsh is Welsh, man. So
well,
Wales is Welsh.
Before we get our special guests in, people in Cornwall actually don't want to be a part of England. They want their own. They actually believe they're their own country.
Yep, they do. But then again, that's quite the. Oh, that's getting a little bit of debate, mate. There's loads of other stuff about that, but that's not this show.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me just get that can of worms, open it up. Yeah, whoa, mate. We don't want to go on there. And we don't want to bore the girls in the background who are waiting to be obviously interviewed. But the battle.
So, yeah, before we bring the girls in, a great initiative for anyone who's performance minded and wants to create a kind of a pathway to international netball outside their club netball. But again, if you play for clubs that don't necessarily always get the wins, the medals, this is a great alternative path to feel the success and the kind of the success other kids feel within club netball. So another path to success, basically. But I'm done. Let's bring girls in.
I don't want to make your head any bigger than it usually is, Richard, but I'm going to say this. I was cleaning out my car that I've got to go send to scrap mail. Been with me for many years. And I was cleaning it out and I picked up this. I said, what the hell? This thing's really heavy. It was an ENG medal Jack got in these early days review. I was like,
oh, happy days.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that explains it. Good medals, my friend. Good medals. That's all I'm saying. Right. Should we bring the girls in?
Yep.
There we go. Here we go. Oh, look. Oh, hang on. We're live, they say. Hopefully that wasn't your phone you were throwing. Yeah.
Sorry, Ava and Imogen. We didn't bore you there, did we?
No.
Oh, yeah. Girls, you're too old to do my Battle of Britain initiative. But what do you think, as 14-year-old girls, we're running an initiative for 12 to 13-year-olds, high performance netballers, to access an international pathway? Does that sound cool to you?
Yes, I think it sounds very cool.
Would you love to put on an England dress and play against Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland if you're 12 and 13 years old?
Yes.
Cool. There you go. Ava and Imogen says it's cool. So why are you not booking?
Exactly. There you go. Start booking, people. Places are limited.
And yeah, so we've got Ava and Imogen on the show. They're from Grangetown. They had a very successful back end of the season last season within ENG, and they're back for another season. The under 14s they're now representing. So, girls, your league begins this Saturday. You've been involved in our league for the last couple of seasons, under 12s and under 13s. It's been a bit up and down the last couple of seasons, but at the back end of last season, we kind of saw where you're going as a squad. You won our ENG under 13s Netball Cup, and you beat some tremendous teams on the way to winning that. You beat Turnford, who come runners up in the Southern Conference in the Cup event. A very strong Leeds Athletic team you beat as well. So, you proved that you are one of the best teams in the country. And this season, I honestly believe that the kind of practice and the nurturing you've gone through is gonna actually make a big difference now. And I think you are now ready not only to make an impact, but I think you're ready to win not just the league, but the whole thing. So am I getting a bit too excited and I need to calm down a little bit, or do you believe what I believe? And that goes, who wants to start, Ava or Imogen?
I guess I'll start. I think that we do have the chance. We just need to set our minds to it. And I think our squad is strong enough, and we've got people on the bench that we can bring in that are just as strong as our starting seven.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. If someone does need a break, bringing on someone who can replicate the job they're doing is so important, and that's why the top teams are so good, because it doesn't matter who they bring on. They do a great job. And do you feel now, Imogen, your team's at in that space now where it doesn't matter who you bring on, you're comfortable knowing that a good job's going to be done?
Yeah, I think recently we've had the chance to play with a lot of different people, and that means we're stronger as a team, and that if we put our minds to it, we can do anything together.
Well, you're going to be tasked with the pressure of shooting your team's success, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you got the MVP award in our cup competition. So and I've got to tell you, not many shooters get the MVP awards in my events. There's a very small for all the events I've done, Martin. Not many shooters have ever got the MVP award.
Why is that?
Which is, I don't know. I just think sometimes I think for me, if a shooter gets an MVP award, they genuinely have to be near perfection.
Yeah, okay.
Because
it's a lead singer, isn't it, of a band?
Yeah,
they get all the publicity, don't they? So they've got to really shine. Yeah. Well done.
So that's an indirect compliment to you there, Imogen.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
There you go. So but this season, have you spoke about targets? Have you spoke about the expectation as a group?
Yeah.
And what is that what has your coach told you, or what have you collectively come up with?
Just that we want to try our best and like do well in nationals as well.
Yeah, because your under 14s from not last season but the season before, they got the closest. They got to the they come third overall, and they got their big plate medals, so they were super happy with that. Do you feel you can at a national? So let's start with league. I'm looking at the teams. If you want to bring the teams up, Martin.
You're going to say that. Yep. Got on. Here you go.
So we've got 4 new teams entering this league this season, which is cool because I do like a bit of the unknown. But let's look at what we do know. If we look at who teams from last season, so Bury, Leeds Athletic, and Y. If I look at last season, these 3 teams in particular, I think are going to be strong along with you guys. Out of those teams, or it could be another team, who do you identify as the team you need to kind of get past in order to win the league? Because I think that's probably what you're aiming for, isn't it?
I think personally all of the teams who are focusing to get past. It's not one specific team to keep like
diplomatic. I like that. But there must. So are you gonna, Imogen? How about you? You're gonna be just as diplomatic?
Yeah, probably.
Probably means that you're not going to be diplomatic. Go on, then. Who do you think? Who's the most worrying team?
I think just the same as Ava. Like, you've got to go into every game thinking that you can beat everyone, even if sometimes you lose. You've got to go in with the right mindset that you can beat everyone, and that's like your aim.
So who do you think you might lose to then?
No one.
No.
No one. Sports people are like boxers; they never admit they want to lose to anyone.
You're right.
Is there any teams on there you haven't played before?
I don't think we've played DNA.
Not in our age group.
Yeah.
I don't think, but we've played all.
Oh, how about your rivals, Oaksway? What are they like at under 14s level? Are they going to give you a good game?
Well, we haven't played the under 14s in a while. We played their older age group last time.
Yeah, and I think they've got some new players. So
Yeah.
we're not sure how
They've changed their logo as well. And I like the way they've changed their logo.
We do. I think, yeah. So we always look forward to a rivalry. And Ava, as you know, we did the photo shoot and we've got the head-to-head shot. So when we put the marketing out, you're guaranteed to have a place on the poster, okay? But let's look at your games this week. You've got DNA and you've got Ribble Valley. Thoughts on the game, girls? So DNA first. You haven't played them, so what can you tell us? How have you prepared? Have you had your training before that game yet?
Well, we do training like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So
So-
I think
Wow.
So is there a difference between training and preparation for match days? Is there 2 different types of training for that?
There sort of is. I think it's more subtle, but I think it like prepares us for the next day that's going on.
And Ribble Valley, any idea about them? Have you played them before?
We haven't played them in a while.
we haven't played them in a while, but we have played them before.
So does the unknown scare you a little bit?
No.
No, you need to be confident. You had to say my confidence is rubbing off on you girls. So obviously the aim is to get 2 wins. Let me just have a look at. But yeah, well, if I look at the fixtures going, so if you do get 2 wins, you do have a very interesting game on December the 16th, and hopefully it doesn't ruin your Christmas. You've got Bury at 6 o'clock in round 2. Again, I know you're not going to give me a lot, girls, but that's a big day because not only do you have Bury at 6 o'clock, you have your rivals Oaksway at 3 o'clock. That's going to be a tough old day at the office, isn't it, girls?
Yeah.
Oh, special training required.
So what do you think of that? Is that a bit too intense for you, or is that what you live for?
I think it's going to be quite good for us because to play Oaksway first, we'll get our heads in the right mindset and like be aggressive for when we play Bury.
Aggressive, right?
Did you want us to supply you with bulletproof armor for that game?
Yes,
It would be helpful.
Oh, I tell you what, do you know what I love about the Grangetown Oaksway rivalry, Martin?
Go on.
Like they actually, like some people go, well, there's no such thing as a rivalry. No, it's look, Grangetown Oaksway, just say it straight. We are a rivalry, whether you like it or not.
Why not? Rivalry's great, though. I think it's a brilliant thing. You know, it brings your game up without a doubt because it's like something big in it. It's just like, come on.
Well, Ava Imogen, I may be bringing my netball cup events up to the northeast this season. So your parents will save on petrol. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think my mum will too.
I think everyone will have a party. I'll probably get carried into the sports hall.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
And all the other teams don't turn up because they say it's too far to travel. But Grangetown and Oaksway travel all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So excited for the weekend, girls?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, girls. The playlist I've got now is top dollar. Like, are you excited for the new playlist coming up?
I always go into the Ray Robinson Hall and I go, oh, I love this song.
Yeah, well,
don't make his head bigger, girls. Don't make his head bigger. No, don't.
Girls, I've been mixing. I've been, doing all that with the. I tell you what, I should have been a DJ. So, obviously, you're excited. Obviously, you're aiming for not only to win the league. Is that the aim this season?
Yeah.
Cool. And are we going to go as far as saying win the nationals?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if we quickly look at the under 14 Southern Conference, mine.
Oh, we don't want much. Right, let's have a look. Under 14 Southern. Let's have a look. What help us there? There we go.
So we've got Stars and Sutton Town are the standout teams in terms of the historic nature of this league. I do got to say though, watch out for this. MK Dons and Essex Open are new teams in the league, and they are decent. But if I was to put Stars in your way, is that a team you would be worried about or not?
I think we played them in your ENG regional finals or one of the finals, and in the year above, and I'm not sure what's. I can't remember. But that was their year above, so we're not sure about their under 14s now.
Cool. But any Southern teams you would be worried about playing, or you does that look quite you satisfied or quite content with that lineup?
Content.
Okay, I'm just going to jump in with something here, right? So just so you girls know, right? I'm gonna preempt this, right? So you see here we've got coming soon, yeah, which is your under 14 North. Okay, I have got numerous people keep on communicating about this. Is about the under 12s actually. I'm referring to, which is when can we get to watch? Now you will, because you've registered, you will be able to access this from the ENG Netball from here once I make it go live. You'll be able to access and watch all those games, okay, 9 days after. But I will send an email out, like I always do in true FBL fashion, letting people know once they've gone live. Please, people, stop messaging me going when. It's 9 days after, and you'll get an email. So, girls, are you looking forward, now that you've registered, once Richard sends me the list, which will be probably a couple of days after you've played, are you looking forward to watching all the games, and so you can watch all these people or all these teams in the other league as well? Because you're going to be able to watch all of them. You can watch all their games and see how they played.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's going to be. I'm girls. I think it's quite an interesting thing. Would you because it depends if your parents have opted in or not. But if they've opted in to give you a subscription to FBL, are you going to use that as a weapon to kind of know your enemy? It's like, so Ava, will you particularly in that Bury game in round 2, you're going to want to know the players that you're probably going to be playing against. Will you watch how they play? Do your homework away from the court so you're better prepared for what you're going to be doing, or is that not how you roll?
Well, usually, if we've played them recently, then I don't make the effort. But if it's been quite a while, I do sometimes watch the matches and then watch my players specifically, and then work around what they like to do and do the opposite.
Knowledge is power, girls. Knowledge is power.
Or maybe watch games as well where some of the top teams start to show and see how they're playing, because I know teams do that, and I know coaches do that. They do look at it and they go, right, what are they doing to be winning this and being in the lead? Knowledge is power. Definitely.
Knowledge is power. We'll get a t-shirt printed. Knowledge is power. Martin, not a bad t-shirt idea.
Under 12 North, if you click on it, it should take you straight to it. He says, please work. Don't do a Blue Peter on me. Is it because I just done the thing? Like I said, I've made it easier. Oh no, I haven't done the under 12 North yet, have I? Right. No. So let's just do the under 15 South, for instance. If you click there, log in. Don't show my password, Martin. Don't show the password. Come on, let it work. It'll just come up for you as well. You'll be able to look at the games. So I just thought I'd quickly throw that in because I like to make things easy for people. Sorry, mate.
Oh, well, girls, before you go, are you happy to play in our score predictor game?
Score predictor.
Oh, right. All you've got to do is predict who's going to win this weekend. The new rules are you only get onto the leaderboard if you get 10 out of 10. So if you predict all the winning teams, you go onto our leaderboard and you get to partake in a quiz at the end of the season to win a prize of some sort. Okay, depending on budgets will depend on the prize. It could be a goldfish or it could be a diamond ring. Okay, you bring the screen up bigger, Martin.
There you go. How's that?
No, not. Yeah, do that. That's perfect. So I'm going to tell you the game. So Ava and Imogen, you're going to do it individually, and at the 6 o'clock game, you're going to try and predict the exact score of that game. If you get it right, you will win a pair of trainers up to the cost of £50. Terms, conditions apply.
I'm from Jody Sports. Other retailers are out there.
So, are you happy to play, girls?
Yes.
We do stress this is not a form of gambling, and no terms and conditions apply.
When we're gambling, stops.
So here we go. I'm going to start with you, Ava. Grangetown versus DNA. Who wins that game, Ava?
I'm going to be confident and say Grangetown.
DNA. She said DNA, mate.
Okay, Imogen, you're going to go for Grangetown, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, Trafford or Bury, Ava?
I'm going to say Bury.
Gets a bit hard when you know you got a few. If you've got a few mates in the other team, innit? How about you, Imogen?
Probably Bury as well.
Next game, Ribble Valley or Grangetown?
Grangetown.
Ava?
Grangetown.
She said, what? Ribble Valley? What was that? Sorry.
And Imogen, I'm not even going to ask that question to you. Next up, I'm a bit stuck with this one, to be honest. DNA or Trafford, Ava?
I'd probably say Trafford.
So you're doing this quiz at the wrong part of the season. And how about you, Imogen?
Yeah, probably Trafford. I'm not copying her, I promise.
The whole of DNA right now are putting
living
your
like-
picture on a dartboard and throwing it. Bury or Ribble Valley, Ava?
I think Bury. Got hope.
And Imogen?
Yeah, probably just.
Right, Imogen, you're going to do the next one first. Okay, Oaksway or Ellesmere Port? Imogen?
Oh,
Of course you wouldn't say Oaksway, would you? You would be run out of town, wouldn't you?
Hey, mate, this is for a pair of trainers. Forget the rivalry, man. Doesn't matter.
Right, this is gonna go on an Instagram post. Grangetown, if Imogen would have said Oaksway, or if Ava says Oaksway, what would happen to her? Would she be dropped? Would she not be allowed to walk down the streets?
Throwing cabbage at you.
Ava, Oaksway or Ellesmere Port?
Oh, we haven't played any of these in a while, so I'm not sure what to base it off of. I'd probably go with Ellesmere Port.
Yeah, we all knew that was coming.
Well, she said it in a way that we were thinking.
That was a really good way of dressing it up there, Ava. That's fantastic. Thanks for that. I just lost 15 minutes of my life there. Okay, Imogen, Wire or Chester or Wire?
Oh, we haven't played them in a while either.
Another tough one.
Probably Wire.
And you, Ava?
I'd say the same.
Oh.
Let's go, Imogen, Leeds or Oaksway?
Probably Leeds.
Leeds. And you, Ava?
Leeds.
Leeds. And we'll start with you, Ava. Ellesmere Port or Wire?
Wire.
And Imogen?
Wire.
You know Ellesmere Port don't have it, don't you? I would never bet against Ellesmere Port ever.
Hit them in a while.
Just for safety reasons. Leeds. I always cast my mind back to the shooting challenge, and I basically was getting death threats. I was fearing for my life.
No, you weren't. Stop.
Ava was part of the shooting challenge. Leeds Athletic or Chester, Ava?
Leeds.
Okay, I was going to say, why don't you get them to get the score? Then you'll know you get 2-1 then.
And then Leeds or Chester, Imogen?
Leeds.
Okay, so you picked your teams. Can I just say, for anyone who wants to know last week's score, Talia got 6 out of 10, and India got 5 out of 10, and they both got their score predictions wrong as well for the Oldham Leeds game, which is wasn't as close as I thought it would be. So
yeah, I was quite surprised at that as well.
So there you go. But before you go, Leeds versus Chester is going to be our score predictor game. Parents, people, get more involved in our score predictor. The more people that get involved, the more money there's going to be. If you get it right, you win a bit of cash for yourself and your club. So Leeds Athletic versus Chester. Ava, give us a score prediction.
Right. Well, I wouldn't know how high or low it would be or how close, so that's not going to help me. Probably 35 to Leeds.
Yeah.
And 29 to Chester.
Okay.
Ooh, close game.
And Imogen, you can't recopy what she just said.
It's on. Maybe.
Or you can.
Just say 34-10.
42 to Leeds. And 31 to Chester.
Cool. So if one of you gets that spot on, you will win a pair of trainers at the cost of £50 and the terms and conditions apply. Okay, so make sure you check out the scores after Saturday, girls, to see if you are the champs. But also on the weekend, we have a range of earned not given jumpers and t-shirts available for people to buy. Ava is our lovely model here. So there you go, Ava. Everyone can see she's wearing her mindset on her t-shirt. There you go. So, girls, very much looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I have high hopes for your team this season. Hopefully, God is not listening to me because he does like ruining people's plans. But lovely to have you on, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Bye-bye. Brilliant, mate.
Hashtag netballers are cool.
Netballers are cool. So I'm just trying to work out where that's
the England Netball released a thing today, like announcing that they're rebranding the whole of the Super League, and it's going to be. Yeah, so I read the article.
Yeah,
but there was nothing in there to explain what they're actually doing different.
Well, I thought they were going to say that they were going to employ FBL services for professional live streaming services. You know, it would be.
No, they just. Phones in a corner of a sports hall, mate.
Oh, look, the offers there, mate. If I did hear about it, and I was like, oh, that's quite interesting. Maybe I'll get a phone call. You never know.
No, but it's interesting because again, it's like that. Like I think to take the Super League to the next level, there needs to be some really big, risky decisions made about the direction of where they want to go. At the end of the day, what's going to drive it forward is money. And being able to kind of create a bigger revenue stream is going to be the reason why it gets to the next level. And it's how you do that is the key thing. And I think in order to do that, you need to make decisions that probably go against what you probably don't want to do. And for me, the biggest thing would be gambling.
Yes.
Bringing in a more desirable gambling market. So men in particular will be more engaged in the sport. So that's...
So you're saying men are more gamblers than women then? Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Okay.
100%. So...
there are quite a few girls in poker.
Men are 10 times more risk takers. Thank God. If my wife was like me, then it'd be absolute anarchy in this house.
Yeah, agreed.
Level-headed. You need someone who's level-headed. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what their plans are, because the thing they put out didn't really say a lot. It just had a lot of, oh, we can't wait, and this is great. And I'm thinking, what is great? What are you actually planning on doing? There's no plan. It's just, oh, and at the end it was like, we're going to be if you want to add anything, let us know. And it's like, okay. It's like it was more like a cry for help. Please give us some ideas.
Start putting in there, get FBL involved. That's what hashtag get FBL involved. There you go. I did get a few people contact me. We have proper pay-per-view services, as you all know, as you currently use on our wonderful system on our platform. How cool would that be? You can actually watch a game, just pay for the game and watch, rather, and you know, at least 3 cameras. You know,
right, about 10. But let's go to the
mate. Can I just add? The last games of the season in the South, 5 cameras. 5 cameras. People didn't even know there was 5 cameras because, you know, I'm so good at what I do. You know, 5. And you were like, I don't forget you saying, why are you doing 5 cameras? I was like, why would I not?
Yeah. So right, let's move on to the Under 12s Northern Conference. So this on Saturday we let's go through the fixtures. For this Saturday coming up, and let's briefly talk about what. So for me, the season ahead for the Northern Conference is an interesting one. There is teams from last season who haven't come back, but all that's done is make this season's league far more unpredictable than it already was. This is a huge opportunity for teams to really kind of plant their flag in the ENG kind of Bible or the ENG honours list, or to get some validation of the effort they're putting in. So I think a lot of teams this season are going to be very enthusiastic to kind of maximise the opportunity they have. But for me, the 4 teams to look out for in particular are Bury, Leeds Athletic, Wyre and Grangetown. So those 4 teams in particular are going to be pushing hard for the top 4 spaces, and all of them should be pushing to try and win this league this season. Well, Leeds are our current champions from last season, so they'll be looking to win back-to-back leagues. And then we have Wyre, Grangetown and Bury, who will be looking to stop them from doing that. Chester, who won our under-13 Shield last season, and so that would have given them a lot of confidence, and they are a good team. I just don't think they showed it a lot last season, but at the back end of last season they won some silverware, so hopefully they're going to be ready for the challenge this season, so they could be the 5th team in that mix. We have like Ribble Valley, Trafford, DNA and Oaksway, who I've never seen before, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table. And Ellesmere Port, as ever, Ellesmere Port, one of those teams, didn't have a particularly great season last season, but you're guaranteed high energy, just competitive performance, and that's what I love about Ellesmere Port. You know what you're going to get, regardless of ability or regardless of whether they're going to win or not. They're always going to give teams a good game. So so we've got Grangetown versus DNA, Trafford versus Bury, Ribble Valley versus Grangetown, DNA versus Trafford, Bury versus Ribble Valley. That's our first slot of games. Then Oaksway, Ellesmere Port, Chester, Wyre, Leeds, Oaksway, Ellesmere Port, Wyre, Leeds against Chester to finish off the day. And that's Saturday. We're going to be there from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And if you can't be there, FBL streamslive.com. If you can be there, please support the league as much as you can. Come along, cheer your child on, and allow everyone to kind of be energized and take this experience to the level it deserves to go to. So
I was impressed on Saturday, mate, with all the cheering going on. That was all cool.
No, Saturday was a really, really good, well-supported day. So let's hopefully that continues. But yeah, that's Saturday's plan. But going on what I said, can Grangetown win the league? Yes, they can. I think as a team, they've developed massively over the last couple of years. Can they win the whole thing? 100%. I'm going to quietly back them, and I don't want to back them too much because I don't want them feeling that I'm putting too much pressure on them. But I'm quietly going to back them to be the first team from the Northeast to be a ENG national champion.
Oh, there we go. Predictions in the early, man.
There you go.
People, let us know in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the league? There you go. We're going to be the top contenders. Because I reckon the grand finals is going to be massive, mate. It's going to be a big one.
Let's hope so. We always expect a lot more than a cup.
I love the grand final.
Let's go to the under-12s Northern Conference.
There we go.
So we had. Oh, I got my phone on charge now, and it doesn't. I don't know if I just do that. Does that work, Martin? Does that look okay?
That's better, mate. There you go. Bit of
Hold
wide
on,
angle
2
there.
seconds.
Gets your whole face in now.
Okay, so yeah, so this on Saturday, we had our first under-12s Northern Conference, and it's always great going to the North because it's kind of the netball mecca. And I say to my daughters, I said, in terms of enthusiasm, what one's better? And they say, the North, because it's culturally they seem to just get it, and they just love their netball, so they enjoy it more. They don't enjoy the 3:30 get up in the morning starts, but they do enjoy.
Try 2 o'clock.
They do enjoy people not moaning and just enjoying being there, which is great. But on Saturday, Ellesmere Port kicked us off with a 29-15 win against Oldham. Then Bury took on Chester, 30-19 to Bury. Ellesmere Port, Oaksway. Oaksway did start really well in this game, and I thought to myself, wow, this is a really good team, but they still are a good team. But unfortunately for them, Ellesmere Port woke up and basically went through the gears and they got the win. And Ellesmere Port are a really strong team. Then Oldham under 11s versus Bury. A very good game. Oldham under 11s, they're under 11s. But up until the fourth quarter, they stayed in the game. They worked really hard. Bury, even though Bury were changing their team around a lot, I think the fourth quarter kicked in and they basically thought, we better stop changing this team now because this Oldham under 11s team are kind of staying with us type of thing. But Bury got the win in the end. Then Chester versus Oaksway, good game, really good game. Oaksway did really well up until the back end of the third quarter. And then Chester came back, got in front and stayed in front all the way to the end. But Chester got their first win of the season. Then Leeds versus Wyre, 29-8. Wyre actually were really good. They moved the ball really well. It's just very unfortunate that their shooters are not particularly that tall, and they can't help that. So Wyre are constantly trying to work the ball around the defenders, whereas a lot of teams have the pleasure of just launching the ball straight into the goal area, and they pick the ball up and basically just score. Whereas Wyre have to really work around players, and they have to be constantly creative. Whereas sometimes it's nice just to go get the ball, launch. Job done. Route 1 football, they called that, didn't they, Martin?
What's that?
Route 1 football. Get it, kick it, head it, job done.
Job done.
But Leeds, again, they're tough throughout all age groups, very well coached, and they got the win 29-8. DNA Oldham, I feel sorry for DNA a little bit. They've lost a few players before the start of the season, and they played Oldham as well. So it's not, losing players and playing Oldham is not the best thing in the world. 47-6 to Oldham. Then Rivington against Wyre. This game in particular was a bit of a nightmare. All of a sudden, everyone was slipping around like we was on an ice skating ring. And it was, at one point, I was thinking, we're going to have to shut this game down and try and dry this thing out. But fair play to the kids. They got on with it. They kind of shortened their game up so they didn't have to take too big of steps. And we got it done. Like, there's sometimes in life, not everything's perfect, but, it's a bit annoying. But Rivington got the win 38-13.
That goes to show you the build of the room. It was the room that was the thing. And so we opened up the exits, allowed the air to flow through, that reduced and then you cleaned the floor.
Well, the funny thing is, I've done this for so many years. And in the last few weeks, I've learned new things already. And like from now on, you must have a fire. You must have air venting in. I've never had a situation. We've been, how many venues we've been into where we've had all the doors shut and nothing. There's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I've learned that in future, make sure you got circulation, because I never ever expected that to happen. Leeds Athletic Oldham. Now, for me, this was the standout game. This is a game that should have probably happened at the back end of the season, but we're doing the things a little bit differently this season. And it was an incredible performance on Oldham, and I'll talk about that a little bit in a bit, because I do believe Oldham are definitely the team to watch out for, not just in this league, but in the whole of the under-12s Northern Conference and Southern Conference. And then DNA against Rivington, 38-11 to Rivington, who, like Oldham, are very impressive to watch. And will definitely be one of those teams that are in the hunt, not just for winning this league, but for winning the whole entire national finals. So very good day, very well supported, very positive. So thank you to everyone who supported it. And again, live stream wise, Martin, very positive outcome for you as well.
Yep. People very involved in it.
It's been a great start to the season, everyone. So I'm hoping it continues. But let's have a look at the top highlights from the weekend. Enjoy. Put a comment in. Which one, Martin? I want you to watch this as well and tell me your favourite one.
Oh, right. Hang on. Let me just turn a piece of paper
Bit of homework for you, mate.
Huh?
Bit of homework for you. Tell me your favourite one.
All right. I'm going to do it now. Let me just dig it out. There we go. Got it. Right. See you in a sec. Well, I'm disappointed with you.
Go on.
Didn't have you slipping over, mate.
I actually got told off for that.
What do you mean you got told off?
Well, I put it on as a bit of fun for people to laugh at me, basically, because I can imagine a lot of people want me to slip over and break my ankle or whatever.
Yeah.
So I put it on and went, and I put it in the background. I put like ha 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 ha, like some, and someone messaged me to say this is you're out of order. How dare you take the mick out of girls who are sliding around? I'm like, I didn't.
No,
I'm taking the mick out of myself.
Yeah, that's the whole point. People, come on, man, let's have a laugh. Really?
I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know whether they saw me slip over. I was like, it was me. I'm taking the mick out of me slipping over. Like
exactly. I've got that in proper HD, man.
Well, put it on. Find it. Stick it on. You're more than welcome.
All right. My favourite one, and I'm going to stick with this, is Jenna goal defence Leeds. And I said this on the day to the coach, and I said it to her. I'm amazed. It's the first time I've ever seen it. So you think of all the games. How many games have I live streamed of netball?
Yeah.
We're talking hundreds. Yeah. It's the first time I've seen somebody get the ball. You know, when they keep on jumping up and trying to stop the ball.
Yeah.
She actually gets it. And I'm like, I'm amazed. That's that, boom. And I'm glad you put that in there. So that was cool. That's my favorite one from the weekend. What?
Nice one. There you go. But the girl's life is complete now.
There you go. You see, got my stamp of approval.
But
what's yours?
Again, well, for me, it was the Oldham centre pass. So basically, their ability to kind of just go bang, 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 and straight in and score is quite incredible. But that's actually not a bad point. Before we go, let's have a quick talk about that. So, we've done both leagues now. Under 12 leagues, and if we look at this under Northern Conference, like it looks like Oldham are the team to beat. Rivington and Ellesmere Port and Bury and Leeds in particular are the other group of teams who are going to be the ones kind of competing against them. But Oldham for me are in terms of how they play and movement and structure and organization are definitely the standout team. Like it's quite incredible. I don't know if you saw it. There's a pass there where the ball went to the Oldham girl.
Yeah.
And she just spins. She spins on it and doesn't even look and just swings it across the other side of the court. But didn't look because she knows that player's going to be there.
Yeah, they're in position. They know exactly where they're going to be.
But this is what I say about that. I think structurally, organisation, for me, they are the equivalent of an NFL team. Ooh. Like set plays. Again, like it's incredible watching girls grab a ball and not even look and throw it into an area they know someone's going to be. That, for me, is incredible.
Yeah. But
the biggest problem of that is everyone's got the live stream now. So when you're that disciplined, and again, they might have, again, like a good team will always have another way of doing things.
Yeah.
So I think for Oldham, I think by far they look like the team that's going to kind of push to be number one just based on the things I've said. But at the same time, when they get to maybe the back end of this season or they get to the Nationals, because there's going to be so much content out there, will teams kind of break down the machine, basically? Will coaches go, right, when the ball goes there, it's going to 100% go in there. So you just need to be there. Don't worry about the player, just be in that area. Do you know what I mean? So that's the negative side of it. But, in terms of, I think it was just beautiful to watch. Again, I just love the organisation of it. I love the discipline of it, like the kind of muscle memory of it. It's beautiful to watch. So for me, Oldham looked like the team to beat in the North and at a national level. Again, Rivington and Ellesmere Port and Bury and Leeds in particular will give them a good run for their money. if I look at the south, Sutton Town are going to be stupidly strong. Watson, Stars, Shan, Turnford. I think those 5 in particular are going to be pushing for the top 4, along with Paul and Paul. They pulled off that amazing win in their game against Shan. So a lot to play for. But for me, if I was to look at both leagues at the moment, and I look at the match play, and I look at the ability, I think everyone has got to kind of go straight onto their live stream subscription and start. Everyone's got to be watched to a certain extent, but I think when you look at the organisation, you look at the discipline, the work ethic, and all that type of stuff, you're going to have to do a lot of homework away from the court, because a lot of these teams ain't going to play Oldham only when they get to a national level. So how do you prepare for that?
Yeah, you got to go back and watch it. You got to follow them through the year, mate.
There's only one way you can prepare for it. There's only one way you can prepare for it, and that's with knowledge. So you're better. So again, if I hear this season, how have you prepared and what do you know about them? And someone says, well, I don't know, we've never played him before. I'll be like, well, come on. They've
got the ultimate package. In this registration.
Like Luke said to me from Stars, he says this is the equivalent of what the football academy system is with the youth football academy. This is the elite of the elite of the elite. These 12-year-old girls are the best in their craft at their age.
Yes. And
unfortunately, if you're the best at something, you're going to be treated like you're the best at something. And then the expectation is you should be taking it super, super seriously and watching it and being aware. Like I know for a fact, if I was playing a football match and I had access to the winger because I was a right back, I'm watching that. Yeah. I'm throwing my water bottle at him.
There you go.
But yeah, again, if like knowing that when he gets to a certain part of the pitch, is he going to go wide? Is he going to cut inside? Does he do step overs? Does he play 1-2s and stuff like that? So being ready for that outcome is better. But we'll see how it goes. And when we get to the back end of the season, we'll get some feedback and see if people are using the subscription to their benefit. But
judging by the people who are emailing me, I would say yes. Using the bottom right hand corner of the FBL Streams Live, the little orange box, please use that. People are messaging me, when can we get our, when can we get access? So there is a lot actually watching it, and if anything, that's a fine thing to know, because you actually know that a lot of people are accessing it to watch it, to study and to analyze and to get their stats on the way that you may be playing. So you've been told, if you're not studying it, they are.
Yeah, precisely.
Can I add, by the way, I'm going with Ellesmere Port.
Well,
rather than Oldham.
Again, like I tell you what, like
I
think if you go to the fixtures for the under-12s North in the next round, I think there's a superb game. That game is the Ellesmere Port Rivington game.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
So both teams have won two games.
I might have to charge more, mate, for that live stream.
For me, that determines officially who goes head to head with Oldham. Yeah. But then saying that, they've still both got to play Leeds Athletic. They've still got to play Bury. So, but whoever wins that game are going to be the front runners for basically taking on Oldham for the league title. So that's going to be a massive, massive game in round two. This November. Oh, we ain't got long to wait. November the 18th. Happy days.
Happy days. Yeah, that's going to be a good one, mate. Score predictor on that. People, get your money in. Get your scores on. You can do it online or on the day there. Can you do both, actually? Can't you? You can do
to be honest, I'm thinking of actually scrapping on the day and just doing focusing just online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I might just throw the on the day money into the online and just say, right, just do it online, everyone.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but again, something we're doing as a bit of fun. the more people that play, the more the money goes up, the more exciting it gets. So get involved, people, and have a bit of fun with it.
See, me and Jack have talked about this, and we've been meaning to say to you, are we banned from doing it?
Say again?
Are we banned from doing it?
So you're not banned.
Are we not? Oh, we thought. I said to Jack, well, maybe we shouldn't. Because if we win it, they're going to go fix. It's like, how can it be a fix?
I just can imagine you and Jack sitting there if it's one goal behind and you go, or the goals are level,
yeah,
and you're probably quickly putting your timer down. Rich, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, cut it. It's done. Yeah,
so,
but yeah. I was going to say you're in control of the time. Ours is just merely a form of notice of how much time should be left, providing we click the button.
Well, we've got again the scoreboard's going down well. People are loving the scoreboard and being able to see what the time is and stuff. So again, if we can carry on the kind of energy we've had in the opening rounds, and that kind of breathes into the season, and it builds and it builds and it builds. It, like I've been saying, hashtag the best season yet. So let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the energy flowing. And, England Netball have announced that they're going to create the best league club league in the world by 2025. And, maybe they're inspired by us who've created the best youth sports league in the world.
There we go. Do you reckon that's what it is, actually? I reckon that's what it is.
Probably.
You're being watched, my friend. They are watching you through. Oh, what's he doing this time?
But before I go, I just want to touch upon something
go on.
Again, the live streaming has kicked in regards to there's more live streaming happening within the adult game. They're now starting to do interviews after games. So this league is having a massive impact across the whole entire country. Like, this league actually inspired my brother to do a football version.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So the Netball, it's a bit like the Active Gamers days. These guys are the trendsetters for, you could see this type of model being churned out, across many sports, and people going, wow, that's a great way to put leagues on and to give kids a platform, like a professional platform.
Yeah. So
if I'm known as a trendsetter, but one thing which frustrates me though, and I'm not nitpicking at anyone, is when we put these highlight reels and stuff out, it'd be nice for more clubs to share it.
Yeah. Did they not? I thought they would.
No. So it'd be nice. I don't know whether the players, especially if they're 12, are seeing it, because I'm not sure if they have social media accounts at that age.
Right.
But it'd be nice to know if it'd be nice for me to know if I know that the kids are seeing them are in the highlights.
Right. Yeah.
But we had like two clubs share the highlight reel, and there's 10 clubs in there.
Strange. Maybe because you didn't have their players on there. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. But yeah,
clubs not going to do my players. I'm not going to share it.
So clubs, share the reels more, because we want to make sure this league is being seen not just by people in this country but worldwide. Everyone needs to be proud of the fact that we're pushing the limits on what we expect from grassroots sporting leagues. So hopefully Saturday we have all 10 teams share their highlight reels and stuff, and again, make sure the kids get to see if they're in it as well. That's the main thing.
Definitely. Agreed. Yeah.
Cool. Right. Martin, been a pleasure.
As always, sir. Don't forget to comment, people. Don't forget we are on social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to us. That's what we like to see, those numbers going up. And we look forward to seeing you on the weekend. If you're not there live, we are. You can watch it live on FBLStreamsLive.com. Okay. And don't forget 9 days, under 14 players, parents and everything. 9 days after it's gone live, it becomes, but you'll get an email. So please don't mention it after Saturday.
Don't forget, a couple of weeks' time, Battle of Britain, everyone.
Oh, Battle of Britain. Battle of UK, yeah? Night, everybody. Have fun. Thank you very much for watching.